Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton Daily Live press conference reaction. Not that much to react to, really. I think basically the only sort of info we got was that Branthwaite and Merlin Roll back outside training, albeit one's further on than the other. Everything else was pretty bog standard, as you'd sort of expect. We do say it every week. I mean, I don't really know what more we want at the minute from it. He always presents a positive front, though, I think, Moyes. I think, like...
Well, if he gets questions he likes.
Yeah, I think even when he doesn't like them, he's still... Like, Deitch was a hard watch every press conference, wasn't it? And
well, he's much better.
Frank looked terrified at the end of his.
But he's much
Rafa,
better.
No one watched.
But he's much better.
Yeah.
Keep going till you find one that's not much better.
Yeah, Carlo.
Borderline.
But, yeah, I mean, really, there was not much to learn other than... I mean, great news that Branthwaite. However, caveat that he was very close to playing and he got injured again. But I'm hoping that was obviously something that was niggling and they knew they had to do and they've done it. And the same at Merlin Roll as well, isn't it? That's the same thing.
Yeah, albeit it was, to me, it was a bit curious that he tagged on the end. And obviously Merlin's a bit further along. He's the one who's most recently had the op.
But less of an hernia operations, far less than...
They should be bog standard.
Stitching an hamstring back together is a bit...
So
it's quite a big deal.
But I would have thought when you appear on the grass for the first time, you're both sort of at the same level. But yeah, it means January, doesn't it? Which is what we hoped or expected.
I think Roll will be back.
A bit sooner.
I don't think Marks has said, he could be involved for Arsenal. I don't think so, but I might be wrong.
Who, Roll?
Roll, but I think
both in
Burnley and Forest. No, I think he'll be back for them. Burnley and Forest.
Okay.
I think he'll be back.
And Branthwaite for the new year.
No, Branthwaite, I think third week in January at least.
That's New Year, yeah.
Well, yeah, but well into the New Year.
So before February would be a good target.
Yeah. Because I think with the hamstring, you've really got to build up the workload back into it. You've got to.
The slower you build, the better. And
we saw it with Tahi. You know, he had this hamstring operation in May or something, and he wasn't ready to go first day of pre-season. And that's months.
3 months.
You know what I mean? 3 at least before you can start. And then you might argue it still took him 4 or 5 weeks of the season before he was back up to where he'd like to be.
When did Jared have his?
He had his in August, didn't he? Late August.
So he's already beyond.
Actually, no, in fact, I'm talking nonsense. He didn't. He was injured in August. No, he was back. And it looked like City away. No, he's only had this in October. Yeah, it was because he could have had it in August, and they done that thing of it might settle down with rest, and it hasn't. Because if you remember, he was pictured training, and then he said he might be back for Man City away because we had an international break, and then it come out that he actually needed an operation. So, yeah, probably another month. Another month, yeah. But at least it's good because obviously they are getting closer to it. So that's good.
So it was on Everton's website that it was determined that he would have an operation on the 20th of October.
Yeah.
So second, third week of January would be the earliest by the sounds of it, doesn't it?
So going back outside is literally starting to do your straight line running.
Yeah, running.
Then you start to do your turning and then the ball.
That's right.
And then you've got to step that up, make sure there's no reaction
then you've got to get the so-called fit bit.
Then the fit's got to get
Then
back
you've got to go on the bench.
And then you've got to get involved in training and all that. And it's just a tick thing.
Before February would be good.
I think middle of Jan maybe if we're lucky.
Feb.
But if we get him back before then,
we'll
see. So that's good. That's good. He did sort of say he's looking forward to seeing Dibling get some. It was a bit of a throwaway comment.
Yeah, but only after he'd referenced Dwight 2 or 3 times.
Well, he will because they're ready to go now.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
aren't they? They're ready to go. The Premier League players. And again, that just falls down. If Everton would have had a fit bench, Iraburum available and Garner and McNeil would never have got on.
That's
because he wasn't getting the second.
That's true.
It's only as the bench has been cut away, they've sort of gone, you're next in line.
Yeah.
Now, you can argue why Dibling's behind McNeil at the moment. Is it just experience? Could
Probably.
be. Is McNeil training better than Dibling? Quite possibly. I don't know.
Disappointing if so, but yeah.
No, but it happens, doesn't it? A young lad who's left his home, he's 19. You know, this is a kid that went to Chelsea and after 3 months went back to Southampton because he was homesick.
That's right, yeah.
So he's left his home. He's gone for big money. The two lads where he might get in right now are Everton's best two attackers in Grealish and Ndiaye, so it's difficult for him to oust them. We're not going to play him in the number 10, are we? Because we've had Kane and Dewsbury. Him and James Garner have been Everton's best players, bar none, all season anyway.
Right, yeah.
So his path is blocked a little bit.
Yeah.
And when he's had moments to shine,
He's not taking them.
he's not taking it. So I don't really think, I think for him, it's just a case of, right, get your head down, carry on, and carry on.
If we forgot the fee and the prolonged acquisition thing, we wouldn't be even wondering, would we?
No, it is what it is, isn't it? He'll get games. He'll get minutes, I think, when Ndiaye goes away.
Yeah.
Because he'll have to.
Yeah.
He automatically bumps up a place on the bench, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think, personally, it's wrong to play McNeil on the right, but the manager might see it differently, because I just don't think he ever performs there, and it does himself a disservice. I think you'll probably see Alcaraz get shoved out to the right, more so. But I do think Tyler Dibling will get involved. So
Yeah.
we'll hopefully he'll settle down and get going and take it from there. So yeah, be good.
We just need to assert ourselves against the so-called lesser teams and create an opportunity for the manager to bring players on who he's not totally sure about because the game's under control. So that's the trick, isn't it? Give them minutes when the pressure's released a little bit from them. I do wonder whether coming on with a minute to go gives you more pressure because you only ever get a minute. I don't mean pressure like it's going to worry you, but it's almost like a minute for a minute's sake, isn't it?
He got 10, didn't he, last week?
Yeah.
He got 10 the week before.
Yeah.
He never got on at Bournemouth, obviously.
That's right.
So it's not ideal. What's he supposed to do? He did have one sort of little thing last week, didn't he? He had a little chest off in the box and he was at the far post for a cross and he sort of was getting in the right areas. Newcastle had one run where he stepped over and put it through the lad's legs and ran round him.
Yeah.
So little fits and starts. But
the manager will give him instructions, right? So I want to see you do this. Yeah. And if he does that for 10 minutes, then he gets 15, 20, so on.
I mean, he did play more than 30 games last... Oh, I know some of them are sub-opinions, but he was involved in more than 30 Premier League games last season, so he's not a total novice, is he?
No.
So he's just got to convince the manager he's ready. He deserves a go, basically. And if he does, then that's good, isn't it? That's really good.
Nice problem to have because there's talent there, so...
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
he will. I think he'll be a good player for Everton.
Will.
It might just take him a little bit of time, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So Mark Cody says, Baz and John, do you think he'll leave Jake at right back? I hope he puts him in at centre back.
You leave him at right back.
I think at the moment, and particularly tomorrow, Mark, I think he'll stay at right back, and he'll want James Garner in midfield. I think that there'll be one change tomorrow, and that'll be Charlie Alcaraz will be sub, and Idrissa Gana Gueye will be back for one game.
Yeah.
And then, in an ideal world, Everton will be right in it with half an hour, 25 minutes to go, and Charlie will come on and flip it in give us that extra.
Yeah.
I mean, in an ideal world, Everton will be 3-0 up and can bring Tyler Dibling on. But you know what I mean? There'll be an opportunity to get Alcaraz on. That's the only change I can see. I might be wrong.
No,
the manager
I
might be
agree.
evil as it is.
I agree with you. If he put Garner to right back, for example, and then put Jake in anyway, that's a net loss to me for the structure, because that would have Alcaraz starting, wouldn't it? And I think Garner and Gana are the best pairing that we have. So no, Jake will be there.
Yeah, I think so. Torzin D. Narnia says, "Hi, I'm from Brazil. I started looking into Everton. Could you tell me some things about him?" About him?
It's just language, the club.
About our club. It's amazing. The fans are incredible.
The senior club in the city of Liverpool.
Yeah, we are the number one club in Liverpool. As in, we were here first. If you forget trophies, then yeah, we're very much the number one club. But Everton have won the league championship in England, the top division. We're the fifth most successful English team, English club. So,
despite winning nothing for a long time.
And we haven't won things for a long time. So when we do win, which is imminent, a trophy, it's going to be...
Our fans are amazing.
Crazy. So you need to stick with Everton. We've had Richarlison, Brazilian. We've had Bernard, Brazilian player. We've had Joe, Brazilian Joe. We've had Alan, Brazilian.
And
we even had Anderson da Silva, who was Brazilian, who never played for us. But there you go, he was Brazilian. So we love our Brazilians here at Everton. Your national team manager managed Everton as well, of course, the great Carlo Ancelotti. So be an Evertonian, that's all I'll say to you. But welcome.
And Carlo always looks at Everton's scores first. Look at the clubs he's managed, and he looks at our scores first.
There you go.
Our fans are amazing as well.
I started with the fans.
Absolutely.
Started with the fans. There you go.
Noisiest fans.
Noisiest fans, yeah. Mark _1878 says, "Did you see all the red check comments replying to Keenan Dewsbury Hall? They're fuming, and it's so funny." James throwing it out there. James throwing shade and getting, just went fishing, and they all bit. They're all devastated.
Worked perfectly.
Worked perfectly, it did. Yeah. Rodrigo Beckham as well. Yes, Rodrigo, 2002 season. Played about 4 games for us and then done his ACL. Pele played at Goodison Park, our old stadium, as did Brazil in the 1966 World Cup. And in 1995, Brazil played at Goodison Park with the great R9. Met him. Played there. They beat Japan 3-0. Roberto Carlos. Greats like that. So there you go.
Another Everton in South America as well. In Chile.
There is, but he's Brazilian, he's not interested in that. Well, so,
Portuguese speaker, so Beto's
support Everton because it's fantastic. Someone just said Steve McLaren, so we've gone there. How do you say fantastic? I love that. I love that he said, how do you say? And then said fantastic with a Dutch accent when he was talking to an English journalist. I love it. I love it. But there you go. There you go. Yes, Keenan Dewsbury Hall will be available later. Stay tuned for the exact time. You'll find out, John. It's me and James have got it all sorted. So don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. What are your feelings going down there tomorrow, John? Obviously, you'll be off there. I hate that ground.
Why?
Because I've been 9 times and the best I've seen's a draw.
Oh, okay.
I hate it.
You need to go more.
I hate it. No, 9 was enough. 9 was enough.
It's an easy one. Going on the train tomorrow. 8:30.
Yeah.
It's a 8:30 train.
Yeah, belter.
Front row of the upper shed. Should have a good view.
That's good, yeah.
Seen some good things from there. Seen some appalling things from there as well. Depends which Chelsea turn up. The one that's totally on it, it'd be a really tight game, I think. If they're slightly off it, we're on it, they might have problems.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So all you can do is, it's not quite a 50-50, I don't think. I think one might expect them to win. But more and more we're going pretty much to every game knowing, and I don't even mean thinking, knowing we could get something out of this one, rather than going with the infamous expected loss mentality.
Yeah.
So it's a good test for us, I think. And it'd be nice to go 4th.
Be amazing.
The media's heads will fall off.
Yeah.
How can you leave us off the chart when we're 4th?
They will just do top 3.
Yeah. So I go with optimism, which I go to most games.
Mm.
But the classic is, would you take a draw? Yeah.
Mm.
Keep the run going, all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
And we'll be okay this season if we draw away and win at home. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. John will be there representing Toffee TV on that front row, dancing up and down whenever winning.
I think players, because they watch, don't they? Yeah, particularly your mates like Keenan and what have you.
Yeah.
Give the manager some power to lean on the owners. A win tomorrow going fourth, exceeding the number we said we should have before the turn of the year, which is 25 points, and saying, let's push a little bit in January, guys. Trust me, we got this.
Yeah.
And let's, if we see an opportunity, I know we talked in some depth about this on BWB, and that'll be out this afternoon, won't it? But, if we see an opportunity, the manager just referenced it, didn't he, about player acquisitions in January. If we see an opportunity, we're in position to take it. And I think they just need, they being the players, give the manager and themselves, because better players coming along will help them. Yeah. Give the manager all the power he needs to lean on the ownership, and what have you, and let's have a good end of the year, because I think we've had a good year since Moyes walked through the door.
We have, haven't we?
Yeah, let's not mess that up.
Like it's just been said in the press conference, no team's won as many away games as Everton.
So let's win another one.
Since Moyes come back,
Yeah,
so let's add another one. Yeah, let's keep going. And
then if we can add to that, fantastic. School of Science and all that.
At the end of the day, we're going into it thinking we might win tomorrow.
Yes.
Chelsea could turn up and be brilliant. That's what they've got.
That in the locker.
They've got really exciting attacking players. João Pedro's fantastic. Neto, brilliant. Estevao was brilliant. They've just got so many good players. Garnacho on his day can destroy you. Got so many good players, but every year, I'm saying this to Ped yesterday, I think it was, every year for a while, it's been, it'd be incredible if we got a draw, because I just can't see anything other than us getting battered, and not last season, the season before, they'd done us 6 and things like that. But this time, I'm thinking, it'd be great if we win this.
Yeah.
Because I think a draw is well within us now. If all we were saying yesterday was, we want Everton to turn up, have a right good go at it, and see where we end up. And if we end up, if we play well and we lose, then so be it. But I want them to have had to play better.
That's true. Just
no cheap giveaways. If they beat us and they score a really good goal and do all that, fine, no problem. But let's have a right good go, and let's make sure that they have to work for it.
They haven't won in 3, have they?
4, I think, in the Premier League.
Is it? So what did they do? Let's have a look.
They lost against Leeds, drew with Bournemouth, drew with Arsenal.
Yeah, drew with Bournemouth, lots away to Leeds. Like you said, that's 2 then.
Drew with Arsenal.
Then
the one before that.
Beat Burnley.
So Burnley was the last one.
Beat Wolves.
Yeah. So 3 league games without...
Beat Spurs. So they were on a winning run. And they
lost to Atalanta the other night.
That's right, yeah. So let's see what the table thing says. Yeah, they won 3 on the bounce, and then they've had a draw, 2 draws and a defeat in the last 3 since then. So,
Everton have won 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So you'd argue we're the form team.
You would.
Just go there. Imagine going there and just getting it done.
Yeah.
Go there, beat them, and just be like, there's another thing chalked off.
Yeah.
30 games.
Is that how many it is?
Stamford Bridge in the league.
Wow.
That we haven't beat them for. 31 years ago this month we beat them.
That's
Paul
mad.
Rideout.
In the league. Yeah.
From a Limpar cross.
Yeah.
Mad. And they,
Good job I don't remember past games, isn't it?
No, but that's it, isn't it?
You get quite depressed, wouldn't you?
You look at it and go, how's it been that long? But it has to happen sometime, doesn't it? And no time like the present.
How many defeats in those?
17 defeats.
And 13 draws.
In fact, it might be more than that, actually.
Maybe I just remember the draws. It makes me feel
Might
better.
be more than 17 defeats. That just come into my head straight away, 17 defeats, but it might be more. Let's have a look. No, I was right.
Yeah.
17 defeats, 13 draws. Only at Leeds did Everton have a longer winless run. And he was the manager that ended the Leeds. Who do?
The man.
It's the boys. How about this one? Oh, Everton have failed to score in 27 different Premier League games against Chelsea. Only against Manchester United and Liverpool have they failed more than that, which is 28. But there you go.
Yeah, well, you know.
Everything's there to be. We haven't won at Bournemouth. We haven't won at United for 12 years.
We've never won at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Like, never.
In the Premier League, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
We've won in the Cups, but...
Daniel, you know what? I'm fuming. It's absolutely ridiculous, that. Still fuming.
What's that?
That John Terry, fucking, pardon my French, 97th minute equaliser when he was 18 yards offside in the 3-3. You'll have been there.
Yeah.
Funes Mori heads it in injury time. And nothing happened. Literally nothing was happening. And we half clear a ball ridiculously. Instead of running with the ball, we just boot it to the halfway line stupidly. There's no one there. I can't even remember who it was who hit it. I can remember the build-up for there. They then get a free kick on the left-hand side. And it comes because we have just kicked the ball and it's like trying to run the clock down. They get a free kick. It comes in. Terry's 12 yards offside. It flicks off someone and he puts it past Howard. And they give it. VAR now, he'd have been offside. It'd have been no problem. We'd have won there. And you'd be saying, well, you know, won there a few years ago, whatever.
Get over it, Baz. It's 15 years ago, mate.
I know, but I can't get over it. It isn't 15 years ago at all, John. Roberto Martinez was the manager. 10 years ago.
Okay.
It's 2015. We had the white kit on. We also drew 0-0 there.
Oh, yeah, the other 3-3 there.
That you also about the Yakubu 3-3. That was also in December, I think. And
April,
we had the black. No,
December. You're right. Yeah.
And the Yak got 2. And one of them, the ball just dropped, and he just turned around and put it in, like as if to go, oh, there's the ball. I may as well score. It was a great game. We drew 3-3. We had a 0-0, I think. We've also had a 1-0 defeat when we should have got a point, and Tim Howard decided to drop the ball in the 94th minute. And they beat us 1-0. So we've had quite a few draws. We had the 0-0 there under Marco, Yerry Mina's debut. But we just haven't been able to get over the line, have we? We should have got a point there in April.
We normally play them in March and April away.
We should have got a point there in April. Dwight McNeil missed a sitter. In fact, he missed 2 good chances. And the goal we gave away was Beto losing a ball, but then we were just wide open. And it was put in. So we'll see. Just go there, beat them.
Last time
they can go and win 6 on the run after that if they want.
Yeah.
But, you know, let's go.
Last time we played them in December, we drew. Under Benitez.
And that night, we had half a team. Ziara Brantwaite scored late on.
Time before that.
We had Ellis Sims, Lewis Dobbin. We had John Joe Kenny. You know.
Seems to me, going back, we always do quite well against them in Decembers. Yeah. But making me look at the bloody results, you know.
No, but listen, we're in a good place.
April 2024.
That's the way to look at it, isn't it?
April 2024. Under the other fella, 6-0.
That was terrible.
I was there.
We did.
Completely forgotten about it.
We drew 2-2 there a few years ago, though, under dates when Ellis Sims scored.
Yeah.
Decore and Sims.
When he scored it, 2-2. Nice goal as well, yeah.
We've had Cale's last-minute bicycle kick there. Yeah. We've had Jimmy McFadden scoring. Was it Jimmy McFadden or James? We drew 1-1. Might have been Varney. We've had some good, good performances there and decent draws. But wouldn't it be lovely to?
We've lost the last 2.
And win?
So.
I know, but last season was tight as well. You know, we had obviously. You can forget Leighton Baines' late free kick in the FA Cup and then winning on penalties. John Eitinger to Ashley Cole
At the away end as well.
at the away end, and the Toffs one. So
Yeah.
he's right. He's right. Do it. Just go and do it tomorrow. Be amazing. Be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
27 points tomorrow night.
Yeah, my
Fourth
missus said we'll,
in the title race.
The time the train we're likely to gets us back, we can go for a pint and celebrate the win. Yeah, so,
Celebrate Everton being
yeah.
back in the title race.
Yeah. Fourth.
James, did you do the Moyes confirmed Brantwaite back in? No, Ped. Just correct this spelling for me, please.
Why was it?
Because
It's wrong.
hang on, is it?
Is it wrong?
No, it might be wrong.
Is it
might
you?
Be right. No, it's Jarrad, not Jarrod. Put the A in. Put it in the under bit and left the top bit. Where are we? Let's just refresh for these comments.
You should have known it wasn't James. He doesn't make spelling. Oh, yes, he does.
That time.
See, what he's done there is
That time.
he's took it from yesterday and he's Toffee C says just been to do local blood donor centre. Stocks are really low at Christmas. If you can get down and donate, takes 15 minutes. Up the life-saving Toffees. Is right. Well done, mate. Tremendous. Blue Jay says a great interview with Kieran yesterday. Baz was thoroughly enjoying it when Kieran Dewsbury all said an outrageous lie, all supported by yourself. That Die Hard is it isn't a Christmas film. It's a film set. There's an office party. It just happens to be Christmas. Christmas isn't central to the theme. It's not. Therefore, it's not a Christmas film, as confirmed by KDH. Emma said started a 36-hour shift this morning thanks to the Premier League changing the Arsenal game the only way I could get next Saturday off. That is dedication, Emma.
It's also against the law.
To do 36. No, it'll be a sleeping shift.
Whatever that means.
I don't know what Emma does, but if it's a sleeping shift, you care for someone, you can go to bed and then carry on. I don't know what Emma does though. So if Emma was working in Tesco, it would be illegal. If Emma was driving a bus or a plane or a whatever, it'd be illegal. But I feel like she might work in social care, but I might be totally wrong with that one. Derek says the usual non-event, but
the presser.
But watching gravel-voiced ones post-match last week give me that every day. What did you make of him crying about the flavoured water and the drink last week?
Knob.
He must have had some money.
Knob. He's the same bloke as he was for us, and I think the only people you can ask about that man is the club he's managing at the time, because the rest of us might find it amusing, entertaining, sounds like he knows what he's talking about, blah blah blah, but that's all because we don't know anything about the club he's managing at the time, do we? And we get the amusement of seeing someone else suffer.
Yeah,
I mean, they're a bit iffy, aren't they, Forest fans? So might take them a bit longer to suss him out than it did our fans. So.
He's got good players and he'll do all right for them.
Oh, he'll do all right.
Because every manager should do all right with that squad.
Absolutely. And the reference point is always not that you're doing all right, are you getting the most out of them?
It'll grind to a halt, and that will be either the summer when the owner goes, I want someone who plays
Because what I did
football.
see on, and it might have been the post-match one, where he was, when they get him soon after they come off the pitch. And stuff,
right, yeah.
And he was talking about, the guys know what we want hard work. It was all that dinosaur-y stuff. It's all about hard work. And just some of the creative players they've got. Well, I work hard, but surely it's about going that way. But we'll see.
Leave him to it.
Yeah.
Cooper's Chores this afternoon, gents. I'd happily take a draw tomorrow.
Yep.
But the likes of Grealish, Dewsbury, Haaland and Jai need to perform for us. And if they do that, I can see us nicking a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Cullen says, excellent interview with Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Good to see he's enjoying his football with the Blues, and it sounds like there's a very positive atmosphere around the team at the moment. It's good to get these little glimpses into the squad. Great work as always, fellas. Thank you very much, Cullen. Josh says it'll be a tough game. Hard to tell which Chelsea will turn up on the day because they are capable. They got a point with 10 men against Arsenal after all, but pressure is all on them to win. Hopefully Kane wants to prove a point to them.
Maybe it's another game we win, Baz, where the reason we win is because the other team doesn't play.
That'd be
well.
great.
Yeah.
I hope.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Well, I hope we've got 23 games left, John, this season where the opposition don't, it's because they don't perform rather than what Everton do.
And I think the test that perhaps we can, and we've got a bit of a series running now, haven't we, of going away and starting fast and pressing and that sort of stuff, is how we can push them into it not being the good Chelsea that turns up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe they just have some issues there about how hard other people are going to do the hard yards or not. I really don't know. I haven't watched them enough. But we know on paper they've got far more talent than us. That cost a lot more money. That gets paid a lot more money. And if I'm a Chelsea fan, I expect this to be a routine win. But I bet you that's not what they're thinking.
No.
So that's up to us now to make that truism come true. It's not as easy as you think it should be.
No. Derek says, I don't think we'll see Branthwaite play a full 90 until late April or even May. Oh, I do.
No.
He says, out since April, and he played in May, but that's okay. He went off with about 6 minutes left of the Southampton game, don't forget, the last ever game. No pre-season. He may have natural fitness, but I can't see it. Fair enough. I think he'd be back playing mid-Jan, end of Jan. Mark says, Townhouse Baz loves a Brazilian. I'm more a Hollywood man, mate, but I don't go to the Townhouse. So Townhouse Baz, if that's a fella on the Whirl, hey, the Whirl, then maybe he does. Brian Ball says, who doesn't love a Brazilian? There you go. Steve P says, sounds mad, but in hindsight, do you not think it would have been better leaving Dibling at Southampton for the season and signing another more experienced one just for now? Because he's not playing anyway, is he? And he's not improving by not playing. The same way Harrison Armstrong wouldn't be improving anywhere near as much as he is now if he'd have stayed here. I believe those two players are on the same level, no matter how it's spun. If Dwight McNeil actually plays over Dibling when Njai goes, then that is just embarrassing. He did well when he come on against Forest, to be fair, but it looked like he was running in slow motion. I don't think I've ever seen a player look as slow, and I've seen some incredibly slow players here. It's difficult to say, Steve, isn't it? We've got him in. We're working with him every day. He's getting used to his surroundings. You will know, because I said it every day, I still wanted a fast winger. I mean, he didn't get one. Would it have been better to leave him? No, I don't think so. I know what you're saying. He'd be playing and all that, but I think Everton have got him because Everton's seen an opportunity to get someone who a lot of the big clubs were looking at. And maybe they thought, if we don't take him now, this window might go. And the opposition to getting him might be really strong, and he goes somewhere else. And they've sort of gambled to get him early. But it's not as if we've got no right winger and we're still not playing him, is it? We've got Njai out there he's got 4, he's our top scorer.
Yeah.
So
the other point is, if you treat him as a right winger, whoever you brought in with some experience, blah, blah, would still be in Brien and die.
He would, yeah. He would have.
And you're bedding this guy in, and we often talk about those clubs who are good in buying, be it Brighton, Brentford, those sorts, and they bed them in. You know, so if we bought him, as you said, let's call it opportunistic, we want this player, now's our chance. And he knows, because we've told him, that don't have to worry this year. Great if you get in the team, great if you're tearing it up, but he's young. The 30 games at a team where there was nothing to lose because you were relegated so early on. It's a bit like a youngster coming into Wolves' team now and looking fantastic with zero pressure sort of thing. I just think it's up to him, isn't it? Just like every other player. Yeah. It's up to him. And I think you've already marked off the McNeil thing. If Irabunen was available, he wouldn't have got on. If Ghana was in, then he wouldn't have got on, and so on. And it's just about, the manager does like experience. And the job Dwight was asked to come on for wouldn't have helped Dibling anyway, as a player. but he doesn't need...
McNeil can still do a job.
Of course he can.
But that doesn't mean he should be playing.
No, classic squad player, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
I just think if you're putting Dwight on the right, doesn't work. He's not good there.
He can't do it.
And people get on his back, and therefore his confidence will go. And it's pointless. I think you're more likely to see Alcaraz out there, and I don't think Alcaraz can do that job either, really.
Like it either.
But so it's up to Tyler. If I'm Tyler Dibling, I'm thinking I've got a huge opportunity here. The fella who's been guaranteed to play every week disappearing for 7 or 8 games. I want that place. I'm in to see Moyes and go, what do I need to do?
I do wonder who is, if at all, the if you like, the man on the coaching staff who has those conversations. You know, is it always done by the manager? You know, you can imagine
for all we know, couldn't it?
Yeah, but you can imagine, I don't know, Dibling's representatives might say exactly what you've just said, which is, let's look at what's going on here. The guy in your way is going off to a national, an international competition. The guy next in line, based on experience and selection this season and so on, that's not his best position and doesn't particularly do it well. The guy behind him is appalling there, and you're in that mix. But it looks like it's Ndai, Alcaraz, perhaps McNeil, then you.
Yeah.
You need to do what needs to be done, that you leapfrog those other two. And therefore, when the man, and then even when Ndai's here, when the change comes, if Ndai goes off, you're the one that comes on. So listen to the manager, because he is telling you what he expects, be it tracking back, getting goals side, putting the hard yards in, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And he's got to be a better athlete than Dwight, hasn't he, in pace terms? Yeah. So...
Daniel Church this afternoon, guys. If we sign 3 players in January, a left back, a right back, and a striker, we could then have Branthwaite and Jai Garner roll back as well. Moyes likes the second half of the season, and if Garner doesn't get a yellow card for the next 4 games, he'll be safe. After that, also the Dewsbury Hall interviews boss as well. Thank you, Daniel. Alex says, afternoon, lads. Well done on the Dewsbury Hall interview. Baz, great interview. Seems a brilliant fella and the exact type of personality we need at the club. Grealish next. Hope so. Also, what do you think of Saeed Almala? Looks a talent. The lad at Cologne does look good. He's only young, isn't he? He's 19, 20, whatever he is. Good. Looks a good prospect. Everton should be on Everton's list, really.
We need our youngsters to step up so that other youngsters get chances. Yeah,
definitely. Deck says, O'Brien at right back tomorrow terrifies me. Doesn't do well against pace and skill at all. Hoping it's Jimmy Garner and Adrisha back in midfield along with Dewsbury Hall. That could be a way he goes.
It's an option.
It could be a way he goes. AJ says, a very important question. Is it time to bring back grand old team when we win a Hill Dickinson rather than Spirits of the Blues?
Both.
Do both. Okay. Fair enough.
We can up our game on the pre-match stuff, can't we?
That's post-match, yeah. But yeah. Mark, you will get banned for that kind of stuff. Die hard. Robert Jones says, afternoon, gents. Very nervous for tomorrow because I think we actually have a chance, which is usually an omen of impending disaster. Hoping Garner is at right back and Guy is brought back into the middle next to Dewsbury Hall with Alcaraz as a 10. Think Dewsbury Hall plays better from deep. Gonna go positive and manifest a 2-0 Everton win. Do it. Brien says, did you ask Dewsbury Hall if he can convince Cole Palmer to join us in the summer? I didn't. I should have done. Black and Blue says, I remember Ped reading out that team selection for the away visit at Chelsea under Rafa. It was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I remember he was laughing his head off reading it out because it was just mad. And we ended up getting a draw. Branthwaite. Chris Davies says, afternoon, lads. Our bench is mostly players to protect the lead or safeguard a draw. It's a real struggle to use these to turn a game around. Yeah, but we've got Dibling, Beto, haven't we? McNeil on the bench. They're all more attacking players, aren't they?
Like most managers, the manager will default for like. So that drives decision making, doesn't it?
Yeah, really. But listen, got an opportunity tomorrow. James, I've changed the Jared thing.
Isn't it? On Twitter?
Oh, on Premier.
Oh, I didn't even know he posted.
Yeah. Jared, not having it. I think it's a case of stick in the game. The thing is, Everton have started Sunderland, Man United, and Bournemouth really quickly.
So we're going to start quickly, aren't we?
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what we've done, and by doing that, we've sort of knocked them off their stride, and we've gained confidence from it. And from that, we've took the game to them, and Sunderland should have been out of sight at half-8, and we weren't, and that, went to sleep at the start of the second half, and it made it difficult. But then saying that, we still had a great chance to win. Well, 2 great chances late on to win it, and we missed the both of them. Bournemouth, we were excellent all the way through, I thought. Controlled it. And United looked like we were going to beat them by more than 1. Then we went down to 10, and then still looked like we could get more than a goal. And looked like we'd get a second on the counter, even with 10 men. So we've had a right good go at it. And the manager, enough people are ready with the knives out after a couple of defeats with him. This is Moyes. Well, the way Everton have played under him has been exceptional. We haven't got the silkiest set of players. We've got some really good ones now. And he's been brave. I haven't... imagine us at Old Trafford with 10 men. Dyche would have took off Tierney Barry. He'd probably never started them, but he'd have took him off. He'd have put another centre-back on or whatever he'd have done. And Jai'd have gone up front. And he'd have gone...
2 banks of 4.
Don't cross the halfway line, lads.
Exactly right.
Don't shoot. Don't cross the halfway line. Kick at his eyes, it'll go. If we lose 3-0, it's great. Great result. And Moyes was like, no, I was going for it. Let's try and get the second. And other managers would have... Benitez would have been... don't want to concede. Keep it. And we've got that lovely mix. And I think people just need to relax and just go, he knows what he's doing. Let's just let him get on with it. Try and support. There'll be times when he frustrates the life out of you. We know that. But I would suggest every manager would do that.
Of course.
No perfect managers. No. So just get behind them. Get behind them. Hammers?
Yep.
Okay. Look at this. What's been your favourite goal so far?
It's got to be the United one. Yeah. Because just for myself personally to be able to say I scored a winner at Old Trafford, it's something that I'll never forget. And with all about the game not winning there for quite a while and being the first team, I think, was it to win at Old Trafford with 10 men. A little bit of history for the lads. So I mean, and when the goal went in and I seen the away end, it was, I swear, I'll never forget that. It'll be a memory that's pitched in my head. It's one of the greatest things I've seen as a player. So they've all been decent.
There you go. That exclusive interview with Kieran Dewsbury Hall is going to be available to you all at 3:00 after this. So set your watches.
15 minutes.
Yeah, you just got 15 minutes to wait. He's brilliant. What a fantastic guy. He's loving life at Everton. Infectious, enthusiastic.
Knows he's
not playing really well.
And knows he's not safe from Evertonians in New York.
No. Amongst others, they're everywhere. So so get ready to watch that. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe to watch it. Get your subscription in. And make sure you leave a comment underneath it as well. To get it seen by as many as possible. And obviously, the more it bounces around, it obviously gives the club more confidence to do more of it. More of that kind of stuff. If that's the stuff you like, we'll get more of that. And also, it also means we potentially get longer as well, which is, I could have spoke to him for an hour, 2 hours. He was that good. So, yeah.
As it was a bit longer than the plan, wasn't it?
It was. I stretched it longer than the plan. Don't you worry about that. But yeah. So make sure you like and subscribe. Do all of that stuff. Excuse me. So tomorrow, then, gut feeling.
You mean a score? 2-1.
A result.
2-1.
Then we'll win.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Come on, John. Bring them points home, John.
My missus couldn't cope with a 1-0 win because the tension.
Can we just have 3-0?
Well, yeah.
And then walking out.
I'd be more
Empty
worried if we
stadium.
went 2-0 up after 20 minutes or something, you know.
Going into that dangerous 2-0 scoreline.
Yeah. I mean, a clean sheet would be tremendous, but they've got so much individual talent there. That's a bit of an ask. So let's just score at least 2.
Just win. A win would be absolutely fantastic. Listen, hit the like button, by the way. Got the audacity to watch it and not press a button that takes 1 second. Get it done. Come on.
There'll be people watching it.
Come on.
Press the subscribe button.
Subscribe as well, of course, but just hit the like button while you're there as well, of course. Daniel Barton says the Core, Angus and our Dewsbury all on the up and up, lads. Love it. Absolutely, mate. First of many. Don't you worry. The first of many.
People have to watch KDH because he can't get less views than the chief exec, can he?
Who knows? Who knows? You want to what? He's absolutely brilliant. Just the way he is.
It's all right for a lad from Nottingham, isn't he?
So infectious, though. That's the thing. And you look and think, really, really good character. You know, and that's what you want in your dressing room, and pushes the club up as well. And you've got that enthusiasm and that experience then, regardless of what happens this week, next week, whatever, going through the season, and what you can add on top of that means that hopefully it continues to push the football club in the direction that we want it to go. And that it has been going for since Moyes came back in.
It has.
You know, the
stats about away games and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
No teams won more away games than Everton since Moyes come in January. That's bizarre, given the frigging miles.
How many games has he managed to in the league?
Can't remember. I know that only Arsenal took more points than Everton away.
Because the next thing would be 38 games, the sort of points he's got from 38 games.
But isn't that incredible? That, you know, for all of those miles you were doing, up and down, far, you know, the length and breadth of the country, and you were just seeing nothing, you know, 1 or 2 away wins. And all of a sudden, you're going into every game thinking, we've got a chance here. And we'll lose games, of course. Of course we'll lose games. There's no question about it. But, you know.
Well, if Wikipedia's right, tomorrow's his 38th game as manager. It won't be the 38th league game because we have had, but so it's getting close, isn't it?
It's all good, isn't it? It's all good. We just got to...
Points from 26 of them if they were all league games. 16 wins, 10 draws. Much better.
You've got to keep going, haven't you? Got to keep going.
Lest we forget, have been during a time when we've had injuries from players who were not just starters, but absolutely automatic, apparently critical type starters, and so on.
You look at the fact that I said this the other day.
Without a fullback,
listen, we can go on about holes in the squad.
No, I'm just talking about that. Just makes it even better.
But if you actually look and go, our best centre-back hasn't kicked the ball this season.
That's
not
right.
kicked the ball for a single second.
That's right.
You know, when their best centre-back, you know, fell over Jordan Pickford. That was it. They may as well just cancelled the season. Forget the season now. Doesn't mean anything because we haven't got him. You know, and every week, every draw, every loss, we haven't got him.
Yeah.
You know, now every defeat's blamed on Konat, even though he's the big liability.
Yeah.
And yet we haven't kicked the, you know, our best centre back hasn't kicked the football for all season, and it's Christmas, and Everton a fifth, whatever it is. So absolutely brilliant.
Soon to be fourth,
yeah, absolutely brilliant. So it's brilliant, and what we've got to do now is kick on with it, and hopefully, you know, when you look at sort of Moyes, is historically he does better second half of the season. It's what we found when he was our manager. Building up and building up for that. And if you look at it and go, okay, well, if that is the case, if that's a trend that he can continue, and who knows whether he can, then we're going to be in for a really strong season, aren't we? Now, that strong season might put us in Europe, it might not, but at least we're not going, and I lose winning. You know, it's mad to see. I was watching Wolves United the other night going, come on, Wolves. Last year, I'd have been going to United, please put 10 past them, just to let me breathe a bit easier. Please. Leeds scoring against Liverpool. I don't really like Leeds, and I still think they'll be relegated. But a while ago, that would have been like, oh my God, no.
I did a social thingy in the week about just that, which is it's a phrase like a novelty or something, you know, looking at teams in the top 6, how they're getting
exactly,
rather than teams in the bottom 6.
Yeah, exactly.
But Moyes said in his presser, and he's right, it's so tight, you still need to keep on it, because as he said, you win 4 out of 5, or 5 out of 6. I don't know where the pecking order is, but whatever. You could be 4th, but you lose 3 or 4 in 5, and you're back down in the doldrums again.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep on it. Yeah.
You just got to keep going and listen. Again, we're doing brilliantly. We're not amazing. So anyone just thinking, well, we should be beating Chelsea and Arsenal. No. Why do you think that? Because that's bonkers. We should be. Do I think we can beat Chelsea and Arsenal? Absolutely, I do. And that's a huge sea change. Because a year ago, we'd be saying, it's sort of a miracle if we got a point out of these next 2 games. Now you're going, we can beat them, whether we will. They're really good football teams who've spent a hell of a lot of money. Arsenal, 800 odd million, just in about 3 years. Arteta spends been crazy amounts of money. Chelsea, 2.1 billion, is it, in the last 4 years or something, man?
Wage bills which are bigger than our turnover.
You know, so...
by a factor.
The reality is, they should beat us if they click. But the way we're playing, we're dangerous. We are dangerous. And again, I said last week, if we got... me and you spoke last week, didn't we? And said, well, if we end the week with 4 points out the next 6, this would be before Bournemouth, after Newcastle on the Monday. We end the week with 4 out of 6, that's all right. The 2 tough games, you know, Bournemouth away, we get nothing historically. And Forest at home will be because of him. And they do it. The dangerous because they had good players as well, and they had him. It was dangerous, and yet we swatted them like a fly, which was brilliant. We got 6 points. We'd said, if Everton gets to 25 points after that Forest game away, we're on 25. That's okay for the first 19. Let's build for the second half. Well, let's get 30.
Yeah.
We've got 4 games till New Year. Can we get 6 points out of those 4 games? Half points. Can we do it?
Join 2 things that have been said in the last not so many minutes, right? Which is get to 30 before the end of the year. Well, before January. And Moyes always does better in the second half. And then you start to get into scary territory then of, wow, where could we finish with 60 plus points?
And in the world, if everything goes wrong and we lose the next 4, we still got 24 points in the first half. If we were to match it, we end up with 48 points, probably 13th or something, 14th. Safe, nowhere near relegation worries. For the record, I'd be expecting a lot more than 24 in the next 19.
But the bar has been set already.
But what I'm saying is, so just let's keep a bit of perspective. I mean, Everton could draw the next 4 games and we'd be unbeaten. And we'd be on 28 points and we'd go, well, that's not a bad return, you know. That's a decent return, 28 from 19. That's okay. We'd probably still be in touch with the European places. Sure. We might 4 or 5 points behind, but we'd be there. Going, we can have a strong... But do I believe we can get way more than that? Absolutely. But would you take 4 draws now? So we're unbeaten till the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I would. And yet what's mad is we could lose the next 2 and win the 2 after, and we'd be 2 points ahead of that. Do you know what I mean?
It's about the classic momentum, isn't it?
I think if you got 4 draws, you'd get to the end of that and go, it's what, 1 defeat in 10? That'd be. When the narrative going into the Sunderland game, I think, was we won 1 in 8 or 2 in 8, whatever it was, and we've now won 4.
That's how it changes.
It all changes, but what I think for me, what it's done for me, I can only speak for me, it's even though I look at that and think it's a hugely difficult game tomorrow, I just look at it and think, tell you what though, got a chance. If we get beat, we get beat. But I just, like I said right at the very start, I want us to have a right good go at it. And I want them, if they win, to have had to work for it. And if that's the case, I'll be happy. Yes, I do think we'll get the manager on at some stage, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Not if.
My cups are full, defo today, innit? Defo, definitely. Yeah, so it's absolutely brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Mark, you're absolutely right. We just have to. It is a cliche and all of that, isn't it? We have to just play the next game that's in front of us. Can't get carried away. That's happened to us too many times. Oh, we beat them and we'll beat them and it doesn't work out like that, and you end up being like depressed because you haven't got it. And I won't forget going into starting at Sunderland. A lot of people were saying can't see any points of the next 8. No points. And you're like, we'll get some points. We've been really good. Conversely, the night before Newcastle, 3 or 4-0. Then tomorrow, Geordie will smash them and you get beat 4-1. Then you go to Bournemouth and think we get beat there every year, so let's not. Oh, we don't get battered, we win. So we've just got to try to.
It's all about performances.
Yeah,
because if the manager, he said it again in his press conference that the atypical performance was Newcastle. Right? And he might have said that about Tottenham, mightn't he? Right? Or might have said that about West Ham, what have you.
Absolutely.
In the moment, it's legit what he said.
Yeah.
And if we think we know why, my words, we didn't turn up, then he can try and correct that, can't he?
Yeah.
But I think where we've got to now is if we perform tomorrow the way we here, us 3 and the people watching, think we can perform, and they beat us, and it's not through some stupid bloody refereeing decision, right? Then that's life, innit?
Yeah.
We've gone against a top 6 treacherous club, and then we get the North Londoners come down the road, next week, and we have another great performance and lose that one as well. You don't let your head fall off if the performances are up to scratch. If we have that disappointment of, we should have got more out of it, that sort of thing, that's when it's different. And I think particularly in the away games, which is probably why the outcomes are what they are, we're more consistent in our performances away from home than we are at home.
Yeah.
And so let's take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Right, everybody hit the like button. So many of
Do
you.
it now.
The Dewsbury Hall interview will go live at 3 o'clock. So if you're all hit the like button now, and if you haven't subscribed, just check. Loads of people say, I haven't, I didn't realise I didn't subscribe. I thought I did, and all of that. So just double check
as well, don't you? So.
Exactly. So just click it. Do it now. And it'll be live in 40 seconds.
Going to say you have 30
I'm going to
seconds
refresh. I want another 34 likes. 34 of you. Just do it. Take seconds to do it. Okay, 25 to go. And then you can have the Dewsbury Hall interview. So quick, if you haven't.
James is thinking,
click it
I've automated it.
Yeah. Click it now. Just click it now. 19 to go, and it's going to be live.
Tick tock, tick.
Tick tock. We needed that thing, that Spanish fella. Tick tock, tick tock.
Right, Spanish fella.
What are you up to on the Spanish program about the transfer window? And he was doing the when he was trying to sign someone in Madrid, and he's going tick tock,
It's
tick
3 o'clock.
tock. 6 of you quick. 3, 2, 1. Here comes the refresh. Congratulations, Eltel. There we go. Yes, there you go. You can have it. Like, subscribe, watch everything over the weekend. Enjoy the interview. Make sure you put your comments under the interview. Don't forget. And share it everywhere. Tell everyone how boss it is. Thanks for watching. Love you all. See you later. Bye.